With OCOs there are two unwritten rules. If the OCO lines converge, then one cancels the other on open. If the OCO lines are too close to each other, then one cancels the other on open as well. Let's look at some examples of OCOs that converge. In example 1 we have a triangle formation and we've drawn down our breakout buy and sell lines on the chart. At some point these lines are going to converge, and therefore we need to consider what would happen if we did not OCO on entering the trade. First, the sell triggers activated by the price action closing below our sell line. However, it quickly reverses above the buy line and the trade is reversed. Is this what we wanted? And more importantly, is this the correct way to trade? In this example you might think, yes it is. However, let's look at example 2 and maybe you might think differently. Here is the same trade again, but this time the breakout pulled back before continuing down. Perhaps a better way to trade this is to OCO on entry and then use a sell stop loss line as a reversal for a buy trade. Let's see how this would look in example 2b. Example 2b demonstrates a practical method for giving a sell trade enough room to develop, and yet we can still reverse it if we think we're wrong. The best point to reverse a trade should be the point at which we want to exit via our stop loss. The complexity of OCO strategies means that there is no one correct answer. Now let's look at an example of OCO lines set to too close. In example 3, the distance between the buy and the sell lines, the straddle trade, is also very subjective. As a good starting point, it should always be a minimum of 2 ATRs apart. That's the average true range. If we set our straddle 2 ATRs apart, then we would know that the buy trade had failed at the sell line, and it would be the correct approach to reverse this trade. That's the basics dealt with. Let's look at how TradingSticks can respond to the different needs from a trade. TradingSticks has been designed to deal with OCOs in 2 different ways, and I will show you a chart example of each. Firstly, let's look at closing the sell if the buy order is triggered. Okay, let's quickly look at the settings. We have here is a close opposite trade on entry, so if one opens the other closes, and then just below that we have close opposite trade on break even, so close the other line if we hit break even. That's where our settings are. They're both set to true. Let's see how they work. Okay, let's draw our trend lines. Trend line tool. Let's draw our buy line, our line of resistance. Okay, right click, trend and buy line close. Let's do our straddle line. And right click, trend properties and sell line close. So there are our straddle lines ready to go. So watch closely here as the buy breakouts, the sell line will disappear and the sell line close has then been removed. See, it's been removed there. So from our trade information we can see that the sell has been removed. We were running a buy stop. We've got a current trade of a buy, and our sell line close value is now reset to 0, and we're just running the one trade. Okay, now let's look at close the sell order if the buy order locks in a profit. This time we're looking at the same trade setup again, but we have set the OCO on open to false. This means that the sell line will only close if the buy trade locks in a profit. Let's watch this now. Okay, so we're coming to the closing seconds of this bar. As you will see, the trade opened and the sell line close line is still there. And then A little bit later we'll see that we're about to break even, see the sell line close is still there, and as the trade locks in profits, moves the stop loss, there we go, and the sell line close has now disappeared. Thank you for watching this video. Look out for other videos in this series. We recommend setting protection from big moves before entering a trade as the next video to watch in this series.